Students, as you know, we were talking about the lesson number 10, reaching the age of adolescence. In this chapter we have already discussed about the adolescence and puberty. I told you what is the difference between them. So today I am telling you about the characteristics of puberty. And puberty, I think you better know, when biological characteristics and secondary sexual organs and characteristics will be visible in the teenagers. And teenagers means 13 to 19 years of age children. So today we will learn about the characteristics of puberty. In this period, some of the significant changes take place, like rapid increase in height, voice changes, change in body shape, secretion of sweat glands and oil glands, development of reproductive organs, emotional changes and other changes. But we will learn in this video up till sweat glands and oil glands increases. So see the video and try to understand. Okay?
You must have heard many of the teenagers around you constantly saying things like, "Nobody understands me. I feel so lonely," and many such things. Do you recall hearing such comments from elders? Even if you have, it would have been a rare occurrence. But then why do we always hear such comments mostly from teenagers? Is there any specific reason for this? The basic answer to this question is adolescence and puberty. Now you may wonder why this happens. Puberty gets with it several changes in the person. So do you think these changes will only be the physical changes? Of course not. The changes are mental, emotional, and psychological as well. Let's have a quick glance at the various changes which adolescent individuals go through. Shall we begin with the physical changes first? The most significant change that puberty gets with it is the increase in height. To be specific, growth of the complete body. If you observe keenly, then you may realize that being kids, girls grow in height faster. However, on reaching adolescence, the height of boys increases rapidly. Do you know why the growth in height is maximum during this age? The principal reason is bone elongation. This is the time when long bones in our body, that is the bones of the arms and legs, get elongated. However, the growth rate as well as the time required for growth will be different in the individuals. Along with the hormones that bring about the elongation of bones in our body, nutrients are equally important too. The nutrients supplied to the growing bones and muscles makes sure that all the parts grow appropriately. Growth of various parts gets us to the next important change during adolescence. And what could that be? Yes, we are talking about change in shape. It is not possible that the body of a person will only grow in length. Even the width has to increase to make the growth proportional. So what differences do we find in the adolescents as compared to kids? In boys, we find that compared to the kids, these grown-ups have broader shoulders. That is the reason why boys start appearing stouter or robust when they grow. On the other hand, girls experience widening of the region below their waist. In addition, the girls seem to have gained weight and become fat compared to their childhood. This was the comparison between different age groups. But within the same age group of adolescents, are there any noticeable changes between boys and girls? Of course, yes. Relative to girls, boys have prominent growth in their muscles. This is the reason why teenage boys like to flaunt their biceps to indicate their strength. There is one more major difference between adolescent boys and girls that we are missing out. Can you guess the difference? Let me give you a hint. When you meet a teenage boy after many years, his voice astonishes you. You notice that the voice of the boy starts deepening. What do we mean by this? This basically means that the voice of males starts getting deeper on the note of octaves. In the simplest words, the voice turns somewhat hoarse and low pitch. On the other hand, the voice of girls doesn't deepen as much. As a result, they develop a high pitched voice. But why does this happen? What could be the reason for this? Well, the major reason is increase in the size of larynx. Now, what could this be? We all are familiar with the term voice box. This is scientifically addressed as larynx. So, are we saying that the voice box enlarges? Yes, it does. And in whom does this happen? It happens in the males. Yes, in boys, the size of voice box increases during puberty. And an amazing fact is that we can see this enlarged voice box. That's right, we find a protrusion in the throat region when boys grow. This is commonly referred to as the Adam's apple. And it is due to this that the voice of the boys is deeper than that of the girls. So next time you meet your teenaged cousin or friend after a long time, you will understand why and how that person has changed so much. Now I want you to tell me, are there any common changes that we find in both boys as well as girls? Of course.
So dear students, up till here you have learned that how hormones responsible for rapid growth in especially teenagers. So during this growth period, the bones of legs and arms become long so that the person looks tall. Second changes you have seen, change in voice in puberty. The larynx means voice box begins to grow. Okay, so that is why girls have a high pitch voice and boys have deeper or low pitch voice. And third was change in body shape. Body shape will change, that boys become broader, their shoulder become broader and the chest become wider. And on the other hand, in girls, the region below the waist becomes broader. Now next change is secretion of sweat glands and oil glands. So students, क्या होता है कि इस समय स्वेट ग्लैंड्स जो स्किन के नीचे होती हैं और ऑयल ग्लैंड्स भी जो स्किन के नीचे होती हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा रिलीज़ होती हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सेस अमाउंट में रिलीज़ होती हैं, जिसकी वजह से चेहरा जो है, स्किन जो है वो बहुत ऑयली फील होती है। और क्योंकि ऑयल सिक्रीशन ज़्यादा होता है तो बाहर की जो डस्ट पार्टिकल्स हैं, जर्म्स हैं, वो भी ज़्यादा स्टिक हो जाते हैं चेहरे पे और इसकी वजह से अगर उनको टाइमली साफ़ नहीं किया जाएगा तो वो पिंपल्स का या पैचेस का रूप ले लेते हैं। तो ये इस समय होता है बिकॉज ऑफ हार्मोन्स ओनली। अगर आप सफाई का ध्यान रखें अपने स्किन पे तो आप इस प्रॉब्लम से छुटकारा पा सकते हैं। और अगर मान लो हो भी जाता है तो आप प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट लें, न कि उनसे छेड़छाड़ करें। अगर ऐसा करोगे तो वो उसके दाग धब्बे रह जाते हैं, तो बी केयरफुल, ठीक है। आफ्टर दिस एज व्हेन यू विल complete this particular period of time, puberty period will be completed and adolescence period will completed and your next period will start, okay। तो क्या होगा कि धीरे धीरे ये प्रॉब्लम जो है वो ख़त्म हो जाएगी। तो इसमें ज़्यादा घबराने की, परेशान होने की बात नहीं है। ये एक कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है जो कि सब में स्पेशली इस पर्टिकुलर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम में दिखाई देती हैं, ठीक है। नाउ सी द वीडियो ऑफ
Panic after seeing pimples on their faces? Wait, hold on. Why are we discussing about pimples? Well, that is because it describes one of the most significant physical changes in adolescence. And apart from this, the issue is common in both girls and boys. Development of pimples and acne are very noticeable features of adolescence. Again, the same question would pop up in our minds. Why do these occur prominently during adolescence only? The simplest reason is that during puberty, the activity of oil glands and sweat glands is quite high. Wait a second. What exactly are these glands? The first ones, called oil glands or even sebaceous glands, are those which secrete an oily substance called sebum. A mixture of various oils and waxes is secreted by these sebaceous glands present all over the body. And what will be the use of this sebum? It is meant to protect the skin and form a waterproof as well as lubricating layer around it. And what do the second type of glands function as? As the name suggests, sweat glands are known for secretion of sweat. The main purpose of this is to maintain body temperature and eliminate waste products to an extent. If the secretions from these glands are good for us, then how can these cause pimples and related problems? Well, these secretions are good only in the required amounts. However, if the quantity of secretions exceed the required amount, then they definitely cause problems. This is what exactly happens during puberty. Since these glands secrete excessive sebum and other oils, it results in the extra amount to ooze out of the skin. However, the skin pores usually get clogged with the extra oil, and these clogs result in the pimples or acne on the face. These were some commonly observed changes that come with adolescence.
Students, in this video we will learn up till here only. In next video we will learn about the development of reproductive organs and emotional changes, mental changes, intellectual changes and other things. Okay, hope you are understanding this topic. Okay, and read the same topic from your book also, then only you will come to know what is actually given in this topic. Okay.